Assalamu alaikum everybody at Jakarta Islamic School. It's Mr. Aaron and I'm here to help you with your English today. So guys, today I want to talk to you guys about movies and TV and how people are using visual effects or sound effects to make the movies and TV so much better than they used to be. Now, let's get started right away. This is actually going to be a very interesting lesson, and I hope it helps you learn something. So first of all, let's start off with how visual effects are used in the movies. So in any movies that you see in the cinema in the 21st century, really, we've been using visual effects, things like green screen or sound effects and things like that. And it's what makes the movies amazing, like what makes the movies as good as they are today. So let's get started on talking about visual effects first. Visual effects are what make movies great, and that's what we're going to talk about now. So the reason we use them is because there are many times when things are impossible to film. For example, movies that are on another planet, or huge explosions, and even animation. So we're using visual effects to film all of those things. And we're going to get started on talking about how we do that. So obviously in all movies, I'm going to use Avengers as a prime example. Many of the things in Avengers, for example, Thor coming down with all the lightning and things like that, and all the scary supervillains like Thanos. We use special effects to make the movie so much better because obviously people cannot shoot lightning out of their eyes, or and we don't see all of these monsters and things like that in real life. So we need to use visual effects and visual effects makeup. So it's basically an illusion of how you guys want to see things, or how we want to see things, and they use visual effects to do that. So when you think about movies, it's not all about the huge explosions or going to different planets or underwater. We've actually been using special effects for many years now. So even the earliest forms in cinema, even the earliest movies, they're still using visual effects. Sometimes there's something called double exposure, where you can see two things at the same time, but in reality there's only one. Even optical illusions, like some of the things that magicians do now, they were used in movies a very long time ago. But other than explosions and things like that, we also use a lot of makeup. So things like contact lenses, like soft lens, or latex to make someone look old when they're really young, or masks and things like that, body suits to make you look fat or muscly when you're really skinny, things like that. These are all visual effects. So visual effects. Another very popular visual effect is called CGI. So it's basically when you see it a lot when people are using green screens, but a lot of people, they use it. For example, there was a movie with Will Smith where old Will Smith was fighting the young Will Smith. I can't remember the name of the movie now. I think it was Gemini, the movie Gemini. And other visual effects, other CGI visual effects. Some people have like tears coming down their eyes. If the actor can't actually cry on purpose, they use CGI to make it look like the actor is actually crying, actor or actress is actually crying. So, like I was saying, there are many different types of visual effects. One of the main types of visual effects is mechanical effects or practical effects. So that means when you have, we call them props on set. So basically when you have like a mechanical shark or just anything really, anything mechanical. Like you see a lot of movies like Dr. Dolittle, there will be lots of animals that are moving. In the old Dr. Dolittle movies, they actually had like a robot tiger, for example. In the new ones, they're using CGI, which is fake. It's not real animals. But back with the old Dr. Dolittle, they had a robot tiger, which is a mechanical effect. It's a real thing, and it was there. Obviously, it's not a real tiger, but it was a robot. But it's not only like mechanical animals and things like that when we're talking about mechanical effects. It could be things like explosions or the rain, the wind, thunder and lightning. They can actually all be happening on set and might not be done with CGI. They might actually be real effects that are created on set, so on the actual movie set. So next we're going to move on to something called optical printing. Optical printing is basically when you film one part of a movie. Let's say there's a guy jumping off of a building. So you would film a guy jumping off of something. And then what you would do is you would film another piece. So let's say, for example, you have a man jumping from an explosion. Obviously, you cannot film a man that is actually jumping from an explosion because it will be very dangerous. So you'll see a man jumping off of something, and then what they would do is they would also film an explosion, and then they would put the two together, and it would look like the man is actually there jumping from the explosion. But he's not. It is called digital printing or visual printing. So they filmed two different things and then they put them together to make one, and there we go. That is another visual effect. Now something that's quite popular now, you would have like blue screen or green screen. That is called compositing. So compositing at first, it started off with a black screen, not a green screen or a blue screen. Yeah. The reason it was changed from black is obviously you have lots of shadows and things like that when you're moving, for example. And if you've got black shadows are going to show up on. I don't know if you know how the green screen works. So basically, you have a screen behind you that's green, and what they do is they play something behind you that's happening. You see it a lot with people sat there driving their cars, but they're not actually driving, but you see things moving around behind them, and that is using a green screen. So the green screen is projecting something else where you're not moving, but everything else behind you could be moving. And with the black screen, obviously people had shadows and things like that, so it would show up as part of the black screen when it really wasn't. So it was changed from black into blue or green that we see today. And it's very popular. If you watch a lot of makings of movies, you will see that they use green screens all the time in movies. Another very popular visual effect would be something called stop motion. We use that a lot. They use that a lot when they're using like models and things like that to film things. And it's basically where thousands and thousands of pictures are taken of something moving. So it would be like this. But it's put together all sped up and it makes it look like a normal movement. That is called stop motion. Many movies today use that. I think one of the original Star Wars movies used a lot of stop motion, and movies like the Fantastic Mr. Fox was also using stop motion. Um, so yeah, it's where lots of pictures are taken and things are moving in the pictures, and then it's all put into one video, and it makes it look like it's moving like normal. Next, I want to talk a little more about CGI. So let's talk more about CGI. So, an opinion of someone that works in visual effects, they would actually say that CGI covers everything from two-dimensional, so what we see normally, two-dimensional animation, like most animated movies, like Frozen, or I can't think of another one, but an animated movie, or fully like 3D whole world, like the movie Avatar, for example. 3D world. So CGIs are completely made with computers. You don't have any props, you don't have any videoing or anything like that. It's 100% made on the computer. So obviously with an animation, it is 100% CGI, because nobody is actually filmed when they're making an animation. So at first, CGI was used to display areas, like in Avatar, it was used to show worlds and things like that. And quite recently, they would use CGI to animate characters. So if you think about Groot from I can't remember the name of the movie, but from the Avengers and things like that, if you think about Groot, he is an animated character. He's not a real character. We cannot see trees walking around. So he is made with CGI. So that's all about visual effects. I want to move on just in a second about sound effects and how sound effects are used in movies nowadays. So just finishing up on visual effects. Visual effects are going to be changing forever, because as new technologies come out, we can make visual effects even better as it goes on. If we spoke to someone, let's say 40, 50 years ago, and we were talking about the Avengers and how all of the visual effects in Avengers, people would think that you were crazy. But here we are today with some amazing visual effects, and we probably will see an advance on that in the future. I can't think of how it can get much better, but let's see. So let's move on to now more sound effects. So sound effects can often be quite difficult to get on camera too. And you often have like background sounds. Maybe you might be able to hear my fan right now, or some other things. You might hear someone go past outside, so sound effects are obviously very important too. With some sound effects, they cannot be caught on sound at all, or they might be very quiet, so maybe someone walking on leaves or walking on the snow. So what they do is they hire people to make these sound effects. So they might use some really strange things that you would never think of to make all of these sound effects. I actually have a video to show you now, and it will show you the strange things that people are using to create all of these sound effects that you would think are very basic, and it will probably amaze you. So let's watch that video now. So as you guys can see, it can be very difficult to make sound effects for the movies, and it could be crazy how like the smallest things that we would never think of help us to make the sounds that, for example, walking on the grass, the guy was walking on pieces of plastic to make it sound like he was walking on leaves. Or bones cracking would be like celery being twisted, and punches, you have to record it so many times and then put them all together. It's crazy how much work really goes into making movies nowadays, and it makes movies as great as they are today. So guys, I think that's all we have time for today. Thank you very much. I hope you found this interesting, and I hope it helps you understand about movies and sound effects and things like that. And I hope it helps you with your English too. I hope you found it very interesting like I did. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.